The Goat Sisters.
That's my favorite punk band.
We're all done with Mermaid. It's time for Goat Sisters.
I mean, I like...
They'll eat anything. Oh, we're saving. This is a saving screen. My last save was a save. Shit, what are we doing?
Remember that bag that we got stuck in? And they put bugs in there?
Yeah.
That's that bag, right?
Yeah, I'm going to go back to the man and ask him what we're doing. Sir, I'm asking for directions. If memory serves me correctly, you've finally found a piece of your precious oath. Now weave together the memories that shall serve you as your beacon of light. Your beacon of light.
That's vague as fuck, my lord.
Wait, what do we do? Shit. Been 2 weeks. I don't know how to play. What do we?
Well, remember we were adding like
note.
tidbits onto that board.
This is probably a clue.
Yes.
Oh no.
A ragged goat doll is lying on the floor. A piece of paper is underneath it.
Okay, yeah, we're just now starting a chapter, so this is the chapters thing. Okay, we did it.
Even true love is quickly shredded by blank.
Paper shredders.
Well, remember, so we were
Goats that eat paper.
We fucked up last time because we accidentally like made it look as though we destroyed Girl with the Glasses' love note for the redhead girl.
The Goat Sisters.
My favorite story. I read this last time, so I'm going to read it this time again. Little sister wrote a letter, ba ba. Big sister munched it up, ba ba. Little sister studied her notes, ba ba. Big sister tore them to shreds, ba ba bitch. Little sister wanted to read big sister the letter, so she fetched it from her sister's stomach.
She tried to scry the future via animal entrails.
But with big sister dead in a pool of amber blood, who was there to read the letter to, ba ba.
Should have thought that through, dummy.
I mean, amber blood's not a good, it's not healthy. Even true love is quickly shredded by conflict.
Yeah, amber's not really blood colored. It's
No.
like orange.
Yeah, it's like a gold.
Maybe, yeah, I don't even know what to say about that. The unlucky girl remembered the promise she made to her dear friend, and so she wrote it on the chalkboard.
Yeah, we just finished a chapter, remember?
Yeah, we're in the intermediate. So she'd never forget it ever again.
So let's look at it all together now. Everlasting, true love, I am yours.
Oh.
So yeah,
To who?
I mean, I don't like that there's a comma at the end of that. It's not... Maybe we did it in the wrong order. Maybe we fucked up. Maybe we were supposed to have...
It's gonna be like Braid. It's like the twist is you gotta read it backwards now, and it's like, oh my god, that's what it meant.
Man, I love the ending of Braid.
If you play a game backwards, it's like the good things running away from you. Whoa, deep.
I liked it. Fuck you. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey.
It's just funny to me that there's so many random videos on the internet where someone in the comments will be like, wow, if you play it backwards, it's like this is happening. I'm like, okay. Thanks.
Did people actually do that?
Yes, all the time
Why?
in the comment section.
Why?
Like,
is it like
yeah.
people that play the records backwards and say there's satanic messages in there? Is it like the same fascination that causes people to look at videos
if you play
backwards?
Spiritfarer backwards, this woman keeps kidnapping furries from a ring in the ocean and turning them into, forcing them to wear hoods.
It turns them into like ghosts at the end. Yeah,
killing them all one by one, putting them in this eternal servitude where everyone can't do anything but wear a robe.
that is actually kind of interesting to think of it that way. It makes more sense that everyone around's wearing robes because they're just all dead furries.
Bye. It's the Flora Witness puzzle.
I like how you can't cross over the candles. Like you're one of those dogs that thinks that they can't walk over things.
Maybe I'm a ghost.
Oh my gosh, it's the twist.
It's the most common, maybe, twist of all. Uh-oh. I guess we finished that trilogy of levels.
Yes.
It was a choose your own adventure in that you could choose 3 adventures to play exactly the same way every time, but in different orders.
Yeah. That's the fun.
June. The Gingerbread House. The Gingerbread House.
The Gingerbread House. Dun, dun, dun. The Gingerbread
Lives
House.
on Mary Lane?
It was on... I thought it's Drury Lane.
Is it? It's a sad place for a muffin man to be on.
It's on
What?
Drury Lane.
Roses. It's a metaphor.
Roses. It's the name of the game.
For womanhood or something.
Or death or blood or life. I don't know. Like everything
When
in the
the
world.
unlucky girl awoke, she was in a rose garden. The place was strange but familiar. This game just becomes American McGee's Alice. Looking around, the girl noticed that her faithful companion was missing. The lonely, unlucky girl became very sad because she'll take like 3 times longer to get objectives done now. Like so long.
That is true.
I really needed Roscoe to get around. Well, the name Roscoe keeps showing up, by the way, and it's weirding me out.
I mean, it's one of those names that I think is really around. I just think that you don't. It's like you
So
don't notice it. Yeah.
Like I'm getting the Bernie Madoff effect now, the Bernie Sanders effect. Just keep mutating this till no one knows what we're talking about anymore.
Dude, it's funny because it came up for me genuinely, and I didn't recognize it because we never call it the correct name, and I forgot what the real name was. And so when it came up on paper,
Bader Meinhof.
I looked at it and I was like, "Why does it sound familiar? Do I know what this is?"
It became its own Bernie Madoff effect.
It did. It did.
It's shut,
Oh
and
my
you can't go
goodness.
any further.
You also can't climb it because you're a bitch, and you
There was a
just
really
can't
funny-
fucking hop over the fence.
There's a very
Jennifer.
funny, just to call somebody out, there's a very dumb, funny Bernie Madoff effect moment recently where someone was like, wow, why are people talking about Rule of Rose? I just heard about that yesterday and everybody was and now everyone's mentioning it all the time. This person was saying this in my Discord while we were airing Rule of Rose. It's like, wow, what a grand mystery. Why is everyone talking about Rule of Rose? It's like, I'm like,
because we're
we're
playing
it on the
it.
channel, and you're in the Discord for the channel that's playing the game. And the time that you encountered it in the wild was after we were already playing it on the game in the channel that you're in the Discord for. I'm making fun of you specifically. Enjoy. You're in the show. It's like a 50-50. They'll either be like, "Wow, I'm in the show," or "I'm never watching you again. I hate you now." I've had both. It's really funny.
Oh,
I'm like, wow, all right.
it's just fun. It's just fun, guy.
You got what everyone wanted, and you hated it. You can barely read the faded name on the old mailbox. Gregory M. Wilson. Name's Greg.
The I was gonna say the Bernie Madoff I've been dealing with lately is, well, no, it's not. Is it Bernie Madoff? Bernie Madoff was no. Wait. Hold on.
The swing is broken.
Hold on.
Only one of the rotting ropes is still intact. Are you asking whether that's what it's actually called or whether it's a different effect?
Oh wait, no,
Like
okay,
the
no, I got it.
Dungeon Kruger or
It is what I'm thinking of. I've been noticing I mean, it's always been around, but it's the whole thing where like when there's something scary, it's the jump scares are rat. I've been watching scary movies and it's always rats everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, jump scare, it's a rat, and I'm like, I've been thinking about how not scary rats are.
Or like, yeah, did you watch Squid Game?
No.
Oh,
Did that show up in there too?
Yeah, Squid Game has a rat jump scare, and last night we played Man of Medan together, and it has like 12 rat jump scares.
Yeah, no, that reminded me of it because I've just been seeing that everywhere, and I'm like, why does everyone think rats are scary? I mean, I know why, but
Jennifer
I don't really
found
know
shovel.
why.
We played that one broken ass horror game with our housemates, and we were like chatting back and forth while playing it, and they were like, "You're not being recorded," like because our banter was too good, too bantery.
Well, also, we just have banter all the time.
Like, you're not doing
It's
you're not doing a show. Like, shut up.
We're not doing it on purpose either.
We're just chatting with each other while playing a game. We played. There's no video coming of it, but we were playing
Eco Hole.
Eco Hole.
It
because
was
our
really
housemates wanted to
broken.
play it, and it was a really broken game that didn't work. It was just incredibly broken.
It was incredibly broken, but I had a fun time playing it because it was stupid and broken. That
I would
like
have had a more fun time if it worked.
I don't know. There's something kind of special about like
Oop.
everyone trying to play a broken game. Is someone whispering?
Are you in here?
Saturday
Oh no!
buries the pea outside. The pea is in the ground.
Friday, I'm in love.
By Sunday,
Saturday.
Maybe tell him that and it'll cheer him up.
Yeah.
He'll look forward to Friday.
There's a big hole in the wall, as if something heavy has been slammed into it. One day I will fall apart. Tuesday, Wednesday, break my heart. Ooh,
Thursday doesn't even start.
snap. To the creepy murder man's house, or suicide man's house? I don't know, he kidnapped me first.
Well, he said he buried a pea. So I'm wondering...
My dog, it got buried again. I gotta unbury my dog again, because my dog's already dead? Maybe we're all already dead?
I think they said a nursery rhyme about peas earlier in the game, too, and I just was like, oh, that must be like, from somewhere else.
Maybe, yeah. The thick smell of dust and mold fills the shed.
Get out of there, then.
Yeah, it's probably bad for you. One of them's a little bad for you, one of them's way more bad for you. But only sometimes?
It depends on what type of mold
But
it
you don't
is.
really want to rely on your ability to check or identify it.
I mean, it's good to know how to identify it, in the same way that it's good to maybe know how to identify different types of mushrooms and
And
things.
every snake.
Yes.
Did I check the mail?
I told you how I freaked out my friends because we went camping and I just scooped up a snake off the ground.
Oh yeah, Greg.
And they were like, ah! And I was like, it's a harmless snake. I know, it's a garter snake.
Oh right, that's just the stash. That's not normal trash. Doesn't this window look like a Polaroid?
It does. It does. Better shake it. Actually don't, because that's not what you're actually supposed to do. That's a myth.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to shake the
People just
Polaroid,
get
guys.
impatient. Like when they start shaking their Game Boy during Pokemon, and like, is it catching it better?
Well, it's like when you blow on the cartridge. It's the same thing. You're not supposed to do that either.
There's all sorts of trash here. Empty biscuit tins, cans, torn newspapers, old photos, etc.
Man, imagine all the things you could find if you had a dog with you.
Yeah.
You use all those things to find other things.
Greg, why isn't your room in color?
He's in the past.
Wow, he's so old, he's gray tones. His name's actually Greg. The color is faded, so it's difficult to tell whether it's the drawing or a photo.
Every person out there named Greg is like gonna have their own perception of their name changed now, Keith.
Yeah.
You ruined it for them.
That's fine. I'm just here to ruin things. See how I walk around the outside of this little hole?
Yeah, because you won't step over it. Because you're a wuss.
Because it'll break my mommy's back.
Dude,
Maybe she's why I hear. Maybe we need to do that.
in Nightmare Ned, there's a I love Nightmare Ned. You could step on a crack and it will break. It has your mom will go and her back breaks
Just
when you
somewhere
step on
far
it.
away.
Yeah, well no, I think you see her.
Oh.
She's and you're breaking her back in front of her.
It just evokes this image. I guess it's from Divinity, I guess. There's Divinity 2. There's this guy that desperately wants to find a chicken, and you don't know why.
I was gonna say
It's
why.
like, why does he need to find his chicken so badly? And if you go find the chicken and kill the chicken, it'll like smash cut to that man all the way off where he is, wherever he's in the middle of, and he'll just like spin and die.
Oh
Like,
no!
like his soul is like attached to the chicken somehow, so he'll die if you kill the chicken. And like the smash cut edit in the middle of a video game is just so fucking funny because it's so unexpected to have like a comedy edit in like an open world RPG.
What if you just give him the chicken? Can you just give him the chicken?
I don't know, I just killed him.
Oh gosh, why?
I was very bored with that game. For those at home, it's Divinity 2, not Divinity Original Sin 2, the game that everyone loves so much. It was before they had subtitles.
Yeah, you don't want them to roast
It
you
was
for
original title.
smack talking a game that they like.
No one remembers Divinity 2. They don't remember it so hard they'll think I mean the other Divinity 2. The Original Sin 2. There's all kinds of junk here. Broken toys, newspapers, Resident Evil sequels. The works.
Hector the Collector collected bits of string. Collected dolls with broken heads and rusty bells that wouldn't ring. That's my favorite Shel Silverstein poem. I know the whole
and
thing. I can
Vaseline.
recite almost all of it. And the ending makes me really sad because he collects all these things and he thinks that they're beautiful. And he shows them to people and people call them junk. And there's a picture of him crying. And I think it's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
I still have 2 Shel Silverstein books, but I don't think I've read any of it since I was like 7.
Oh, dude.
Or whenever I found out he was dead or something.
When I want to feel better, there's like certain things I'll like look back on. And it's like I'll listen to Kimya Dawson.
Yeah.
And I'll read Shel Silverstein, and I'll like watch Jim Henson, anything he's ever done, like, or maybe that's some Studio Ghibli. Like, there's certain things that just make you feel better about being alive.
I should lend you the Bo Burnham poetry book, mainly because I don't really get poetry, so I can't tell if any of it's good or not, but you might like something in it. I'm like, mostly reading it, I'm like, is this good? I don't get most of this. What it's going for.
It's obviously like, very subjective, but
yeah, I just don't do anything with poetry.
I do definitely like read poems and I'm like, this is bad. I'm very like, I have a certain level of critique that I think I'm capable of in terms of that, but.
There is a large box. Thanks.
Cool.
Glad I waited on that.
Yeah, sorry. I made you wait on that.
So that it would say fucking nothing to me.
But I like poetry that other people think is really stupid. Like I love Jim Henson's poetry, and it is kind of trash.
Huge crack suggested was hit with tremendous force.
I don't care about proper form very much. It's not something I ever really think about.
How are you in all of these different rooms, Gregory?
Gray. Gory. Edward
Jeff?
Gorey. Jeff Dunham. Jeff Denham.
Edward Allen Pogery?
Austin Powers.
No.
I don't know. I don't know why my association went these places.
Flip that toilet open. The dirty pool of water at the bottom of the tub looks like almost like blood. Where?
Yeah, exactly.
Supposed to be. Is this supposed to be a pool of water?
I think they just forgot.
June 1929. There are strange symbols on certain days of the calendar. Circles?
Oh yeah. No, he's doing the same nursery rhyme as before.
Well, it's not subtitled, so we're fucked.
It's Monday through.
Look at this interaction. She never looks at it. She just flips it open over and over
Looks like
again.
it's talking to you.
Bow, 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 bow.
Stray dog walks the streets each
What are the symbols? Suns?
collecting peas.
And then there's a cloud raining. They're not strange symbols, it's weather.
Small peas.
You weirdo.
They're talking about stray dog, and he's doing stuff with peas, and it's Monday through Sunday. On each day, he does something.
Dog peas,
He
maybe?
does. Yes, you can. Pea protein is in a lot of dog food.
Are you an alcoholic?
Malcolm Holic. Watch a lot of Malcolm in the Middle. Read a lot of Malcolm X.
Dog walks the streets each day.
You don't get to have an easy life because you're going to be president.
What?
That's the that's they're all covered in dirt or mud or shit or something. And Malcolm's like, why does my life always have to be so hard? Why does everything go badly for me? It's like, no, Huey gets to have an easy life. You're going to be president.
Yeah.
She's like, he was like, sweet.
Stray dog walks the streets.
I feel so bad that Frankie Muniz doesn't remember being in that show.
I always wonder if he's lying.
No. I've seen him talk. Like he had like a bunch of concussions. Like he had a few, and then he had one big one that just set it all off, and he lost all of his memory. He has a hard time functioning now. Like in certain ways, his wife has to help him with his like memory issues, but he doesn't even remember being on that show, which is so sad because that was like probably the high point in his whole career, and people think it's like beloved, and it was so fun for him at the time.
Yeah. I only ever hear it in the context of just him not remembering the show and not much else. So it sounds almost like something that like Hayden Christensen would say just be like, oh yeah, I don't remember being in Star Wars.
I don't remember talking about
Sand. Just to shut people up.
I don't remember talking about how much I hate
Or
Sand.
sorry, not Hayden Christensen, the kid.
Oh, the little one.
Yeah, the 9-year-old from the movie that's like life is ruined, and it's like, oh wow, I don't remember being in Star Wars. Yeah, I can't answer any questions. The thick boards are moldy and rotting.
All these, okay. I mean, I like world building, right? None of this is helping anything.
Well, we're giving it extra weight by pausing on it.
I know, but still.
Boxes of what appears to be grain and stacked haberdashedly.
I used that word not even that long
Here's
ago.
the best we're gonna get.
And someone was like, Stephanie, why do you use big words like that? And I'm like, haphazardly? I guess, is that not a word people use very much?
Haphazardly is a normal word. Your friend's just a dick.
It was my boss.
Oh, well, I know your boss sucks.
My boss does suck.
Good night, young pea.
Their best audio we're gonna get.
Wait, hold on.
Good night, young pea.
Night, young
Stray
pea.
dog walks the streets each day.
Each
collecting
day.
peas as he walks to and fro. Big peas, small peas, every which kind of pea. Come Monday, he finds a pea, Come Tuesday, he bags the pea. Come Wednesday, he shows the pea to his son. Come Thursday, the pea kicks and screams.
Oh gosh.
Come Friday, he grinds up the pea. Come Saturday, he buries the pea outside. The pea is in the ground. And by Sunday, it can't be found.
What the?
Young
I'm
pea,
pretty
What
sure
the
that
fuck?
I'm pretty sure the P is a girl.
good night. Young pea.
Otherwise, it's just weird.
Stray dog walks the streets each
I mean, it's not
day.
good
So
either
the
way.
dog walks down the street, collects women, grinds them up, and buries them in the ground.
Oh, right, because the stray dog is the other story that kidnaps children
Yeah.
that we heard before.
He
So-
finds a pea.
Why does he find the... It takes a whole day to bag the pea. That's weird.
Come Wednesday,
I guess find doesn't imply got.
No, I think find means like he's stalking one, like he's picking one, like
Yeah.
he's like finding one. He
Yeah.
hones in on one.
Come
He
Friday,
captures it. He tortures it, buries it in the ground, and it's gone forever.
Stock door noise. Welcome home. It's almost bedtime for you. My...
Night, Joshua. I guess I said
Well, I just kidnapped myself. Look at me go. I think he just bagged the pea.
that. That didn't take even a whole day.
Yeah, a bundle of letters were hidden under the bed sheets. 10th of November. To Mr. Joshua, the bear, in distress. What? My name is Wendy. I always watch you from the sky, Mr. Joshua. Why are you trapped down there? 27th of November. From Wendy to Joshua, my prince in need of rescue. It was a pleasure to meet you, my dear prince. What a wonderful encounter. Yes, I only wish there was a world for you, for just you and I, the prince and the princess. Don't worry, I'll set you free. 9th of January, from Wendy to Joshua. Oh, my poor kind prince. You're worried because that man sometimes seems crazy, right? Well, don't worry. I know where he hides, that awful thing of his. So let's run away together. You can leave it all to me. Everything will be all right. 20th of January, from Wendy to Joshua. You're taking a long fucking time, Wendy. My prince, please don't worry. I'll do anything for you. Just pledge your love for me. That's all I ask. The promise.
The
That we
promise.
wrote down over the course of the last 3 chapters.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
27th of January, from Wendy to Joshua?
Yeah.
Did I forget?
You forgot already.
I was like, hang on a minute. Thank you, my eternal prince. Tomorrow night I shall unlock your shackles. Let us live together forever. Everlasting, true love, I am yours.
So yeah, so we did get it in the wrong order, but yeah, that is it.
A bundle of letters were hidden under the bed. Oh, damn it.
You just skip over that again. That's a.
Did we get? So
I
did,
get
did we
the-
save Joshua, but make him promise something?
Well, we're not Wendy. I do get the impression. Shoot, there's a bear up there.
There's a bear.
My
Joshua's the bear.
Remember my bear in need?
My
Yeah,
bear prince.
Bear, whatever.
Prince Bear.
The
Gotta save Joshua.
a newspaper clipping is pinned up. 23rd June 1929. Luxury airship missing. How the fuck? England's largest luxury airship was just set sail on its Virgin flight. A flight celebrated across the country with great fanfare. It was reported today to have gone off course and is currently missing. It is speculated that the vessel diverted from its course to avoid a low-pressure system approaching from the south, but its whereabouts are still unknown. Due to heavy thunder and rain that have blanketed the area since yesterday, the search for the airship has faced many difficulties. I get the impression that Wendy did not come for him because he is, I'm assuming, we should have looked at the dates. That's the thing. It's before us to look at like what year that was that those letters were sent, because it doesn't seem like.
Look under the blanket.
Oh gosh. Okay. Ah! Ah!
A boy's
no.
shirt, pants, and shoes
That's
have been neatly laid out on the
creepy.
bed.
That's creepy.
No shoes on the bed, Joshua. For that, that's a whipping.
That's creepy.
For some reason, Jennifer felt a sudden pain in her chest. That's where your heart's supposed to be.
What? I thought
a
my
stool
heart
here.
was all the way to the left, like
A
when you do the
stool
Pledge of Allegiance.
For caring for or reading to a child, I guess.
Oh, yeah, so he was reading to a child. on the
How
stool.
do I look at the drawing? Just seems like obviously a thing I'd want to do. How do I look at the drawing? Keep shaking it till the bear fall down.
I hate how in games sometimes the puzzle is to do that like 3 times in a row. You know, and it's like there's no like indication that that's like gonna...
Speaking as somebody who played Paper Mario 1000-Year Door not too long ago.
Oh my gosh,
God,
I was right.
At least this one had like evidence for it. A stupid thing in Paper Mario where you have to like, as the sleeping person, you have to like check them like 20 times in a row without taking a break in order to, and it's mandatory to continue the story. And it's like at some point, like especially when you're doing a show, you're just like, if I do something 3 times and it doesn't work, people are like, wow, you know what the difference is? You know what the definition of insanity is?
Which isn't even actually the definition of insanity,
yeah,
so
not.
I hate when people say that.
All that happened is they played Far Cry 3.
I know.
And they think they're clever.
Adorable teddy bear with a green ribbon tied around his neck.
Incorrect. Not adorable. It has horrible, beady,
red eyes,
bloodshot human eyes, and its arms are different lengths.
I like it.
It looks like a fucking meat canyon teddy bear.
I love it. I like it because it's stupid.
Right then, the trapped, unlucky girl heard a gentle voice. Is it Paddington? Oh.
Came, just like I promised. It looks like he went somewhere. Stay right there. I'll help you out.
That's Wendy, maybe.
Yeah, I bet you...
I think one of them was named Wendy.
Wendy's the one that wrote the letter, yeah.
We need to have like a poster on our wall that rosters everybody. There's too many people to keep track of.
Samantha. I remember her. I can remember her.
What's the name of the hollow-hearted girl?
The hollow-hearted girl?
Yeah, our best friend.
Samantha.
That's Samantha?
Yeah, with the lipstick? The butterfly tearing?
Oh, yeah.
Rat stick girl?
Her name was Samantha?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right, but I can't think of any names.
Well, now I'm questioning. I feel like her name's Samantha.
Nope. Probably be looking at the
what was it?
Teddy
Oh no! You look at the date.
I didn't want
it's
to
okay.
click
It's okay.
on it.
Don't worry. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, most of my stuff's still here.
Jennifer. I like how the person whose name we know the most is Roscoe, but Roscoe's name isn't even Roscoe.
No, it's Brown.
Which is so
Which I still
unoriginal.
Better than most of their names.
Well, I mean, it makes more sense that you pay more attention to the dog, like, then I feel like that's just how you prioritize the dog.
What do I do? That camera. Stop it. Camera changes so much.
I have to try that 20 times in a row without stopping.
Oh. I just have to wait.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Jennifer, I unlocked the door. I'll keep a lookout, so come right away.
I'm sure she won't screw me over. Everyone's so nice in this game.
I think she was the nice one. Because there was like one girl who we like hardly interacted with, who's like the one that was just like in the room with the animals, like.
Is this the crybaby
being
girl?
sympathetic?
Oh yeah, there was the farmer girl that has a cough.
Yeah. She had a cough. And we were worried about her because she was the only one that was nice.
She's got leukemia.
I mean, there's a lot of things that'll make you cough.
Hello.
Yeah, I think it's her. Let's run away before the man comes back. Before we go, we should find that dangerous thing and take it with us. It's for his own good. Oh, the gun.
Uh-oh.
No kids, no...
Kid's gonna get shot.
Well, that's what the letter said. Like, I know where he keeps his thing or whatever. Yeah. So is his name, is the dead kid's name also Joshua?
Maybe.
Because it said, like, we like, the letter was to Joshua, but it was about, like, the scary man's scary thing, which is the gun. I'm fine now. Let us go, shall we? She's got it. Don't hold it close to your body, please.
Books, ink, cigarette butts.
These are what little boys
and
are made
chemical
of.
X. These are some of the things on the disorganized desk, along with a picture frame. Are we gonna look at it? It's faded in spots, but the pictures of a happy family.
Yeah, there's a little boy.
They don't look happy.
That's his clothing.
No one looks happy.
And then that guy was the dad. Yeah, so I think his name is also Joshua, because I think it's probably Joshua Jr.
Joshua died.
Little Joshua died.
Now he's buried under the Joshua tree. On the piece of paper hanging out in the rubbish bin, a signature was visible. Gregory M. Wilson.
Wait, so maybe his name is actually just Gregory.
Well, we know Greg Wilson is the dad. He's on the mailbox.
You know, I fucked up because when that guy was leaving, when that man who read the book was leaving, I said, good night, Joshua. But in reality, he was saying that to his son that wasn't there.
Yeah.
I read it like I thought she was saying it to him, which made me think that his name was Joshua.
Oh.
His name's not Joshua. His name's Gregory. His son's name is Joshua. He was talking to no one.
I think we're reliving a bunch of traumatic moments from Jennifer's past. And that's why she's so big. Joshua. I think she's so big because she's showing up as her, like, current self in her childhood memories.
That is possible.
And that's where it's like, why doesn't she defend herself? And like, she might be like 6.
That also explains like why some things don't make sense. Like as far as like the weird like magical realism. Like we're just kind of accepting things that aren't like the airship and the flying fish.
I just think of Umbrella Academy. There's this tough Batman type stand-in character, but he has this encounter with his abusive dad in like season 2, and he immediately is like a child in the man's body. Like he regresses like instantly.
I'm so glad. Now we can always be together. Say, I have a favor I wanted to ask. Will you trade your teddy bear with my brooch?
I didn't know how else to broach the subject.
Oh my gosh, Steve.
Joke's on you, this brooch is worth way more unless you're just like some sort of like World War I original or shit.
It's like trading Pokemon cards when you trick some little kid into trading you a really good card, like how people did to me when I was a kid.
My first Pokemon card trade.
Fuck you, Mitchell. I'm gonna kick your ass, Mitchell.
Everyone has bad memories of that. My first ever booster pack had a Zapdos in it, and I didn't know how rare it was or valuable or anything, and I traded it for a Gyarados because it was cooler, but Gyarados was literally in like the fucking first full deck everyone bought. Like it was, everyone had a Gyarados.
Dude, if I go to a place that sells Pokemon cards and they have extra Gyaradoses, I have like 10 pages of just Gyarados, and I'll always get Bulbasaur, Caterpie, and Gyarados. I will get no matter what or how many I have. They're usually like 50 cents a card, and so I'll buy like 10.
When you start your YouTube channel,
When I start my YouTube
you're gonna be
channel.
like Ray William Johnson, where he fucking put Watchmen on all the walls of the inside of his
But it'll
place.
just be
Gyarados.
Gyarados and Bulbasaur and Caterpie cards.
There'll be like an alternating grid, so it looks like diagonal stripes.
And Paris, because Paris's first card that Paris was on
like
is
hollow
the fucking
foil.
cutest.
There'll be like hollow foil, so the lighting will fuck it up, and it'll just be like a grid of fucking bright lights pointing at the camera, ruining all
It's
the
all
footage.
shiny.
It's like a disco ball background.
Hee, I'm so happy. I love Gyarados cards. We should give him a name. Sir Scary. How about Keith? How about Joshua? Joshua, yes, that's a wonderful name.
A name to die for.
I'll cherish him as much as I cherish you. Which is not at all. So let's renew our pact.
He has to crouch to hold people's hand.
Everlasting true love, I am yours. Renew our pact. So we've made a pact with this kid before, so I think you're right about something like that. Because obviously this little kid knows us, and we as the players do not know, really, this little kid.
No, the whole last trilogy was about remembering our pact.
Well, and also all those memories about us doing bad things. Supposedly bad things.
You should go back and hang around with Amanda where you belong.
Amanda, not Samantha. You're right.
I was like, Samantha doesn't sound like one of the names. Amanda.
But like we were
The
encountering
peasant scum.
we were playing through our memories already, so it's not even as if that would be a new thing for us.
For the proper experience, we'll play all the chapters in reverse order, so we never know what's happening. October 1930. Rag Princess
Finally,
sews.
the sewing machine. Hooray!
Yeah. Did come up before, but we didn't. Oh,
Ah!
not Rag Princess.
We gotta get that fucking diary out of the case because I'm dying
Yeah.
to read that.
any of this ever going to take place in the mansion again? Was that just a false like introduction?
This is an emergency.
They gave me an area that was so big I gave up exploring it. I was like, okay, I got to do the objective at some point. Like, obviously I could just wander forever, but we're still not back there again. I don't know if we ever will be.
It is very much not the setting I thought this would be in, but it's fine.
An airship.
It's okay. Joshua the bear is missing. Search teams are on the lookout. The person who finds him will receive a red crayon and will be invited to join the aristocrat club, Red Crayon Aristocrats.
The red crayon we've mostly used up making this poster.
Yeah, it'll be half a crayon.
Chew on.
All the paper ripped off.
Eat the crayon. Roscoe, did you do it? You look like a big teddy bear.
Dude, I hug Kiki like that, and she puts her paw on me like that.
I could sew you into a teddy bear and win the prize.
Oh gosh. Where is Roscoe right now?
Where's Roscoe? Where's Amanda and Roscoe right now?
Jennifer, I want to play. It hurts.
Jennifer, play.
Dude, one of my favorite things to
Forgive me, Jennifer.
is to play out the part where Scar like blows.
You don't have to hold back.
Blows
when
her
it's
to
your turn.
Blows her to pieces. With Kiki, I put my hand on her face and I go like, "Oh merciful creature, like you're in such pain. May like God accept you into her unending womb or something." And I go, and she just sits there and looks at me.
I'm getting attention. That's all she cares about.
Oh, I love talking smack to her. Why would someone steal something so precious to the princess? Why? Why
Eat
me?
the rich. Long live the king. That's what I thought of. When he said Scar, I still instantly defaulted to Lion King. I had to like reprogram, like, oh shit, yeah, there was a character named Scar in Fullmetal Alchemist.
That part's so much better in the original than in Brotherhood.
I'm sure Joshua will like this story I wrote for him. They really fucked up by making a supposedly better adaptation where the first, like, 20 episodes are trash because they're like, we don't want to do it again right because someone else did it better.
So to get, like, the right experience, you feel like you gotta watch, like, the first, most of the first run and then watch, like, parts
they still don't
of
match correctly.
No, they don't, but...
I think the Hughes stuff also is, like, ruined in the remake. Like, a lot of stuff's worse in the remake. It's like, well, this is not a good show then.
They had, like, the little, like, Chinese princess girl that was only in Brotherhood because that never came up in the... Like, when they made the... Dude, the people who are watching us talk about this right now who've never seen this are just like, what the fuck are they talking about?
I've never seen the best anime ever. Or whatever.
It's not the best anime.
Well, now
ever.
but now they're gonna fight over it. Engagement. You gotta have opinions that most people will disagree with, and then they all fight and tear each other to shreds for our amusement and video algorithmic engagement.
This is a little side note, but my cousin my cousin just had a kid, right? And they named her Asuka, and I was like Evangelion, and they were like, no, it means like condor or something.
What?
Like, and I was just like, are you fucking telling me it's not like Evangelion? Like, you're lying to me.
Is it not a Japanese name? Did they give their kid a Japanese name?
Well, they spelled it different.
But still, it's like confusing.
They spelled it with an O instead of an A. And I'm sure maybe there is another name that maybe it's a completely different name that just happens to sound exactly the same as Asuka. But I was like, this guy's the dad's like a little bit of a weeb. So I'm like, like, oh, like Evangelion? And then he's like, no, I wouldn't name my kid after an anime. And I'm like, sure, bud.
Yeah.
Sure.
And there wasn't, like a rash of people naming their kid Khaleesi, which isn't even her name. It's a title. And also that show ended up, like, having a bad ending, so good job, guys. Yeah, don't name your kid after a character whose arc isn't over in a show. I'm gonna name my kid Kaiji. You don't know how it's gonna end. Love this character. Hope nothing bad happens to him. Yeah, dude, wait at least till the show's over. Like, just saying. Rag Princess. I'm gonna read this one, so hard too. To look at. It looks like Pikachu. Once upon a time, there was a girl who sewed rags day in, day out. The stench of the rags seeped into her clothes. She light on fire. Her stepsisters wore beautiful dresses and went to the ball. The girl stayed at home, and her jealousy festered. One day, the fairy godmother came, cast a spell upon the girl, and said, "Sew yourself an ash gray dress. Then you can go to the ball like your stepsisters."
The girl patched together the sooty rags, and that's how she became the Rag Princess. A very stinky princess indeed. She stunk up the whole town, in fact.
Wow, that's impressive.
The stinky cheese man.
No one just got a hose?
That girl looks like Amanda, by the way, so I feel like that might be what we're doing.
No.
No girl who stunk so would be allowed into the ball. I'll make that girl wear this awful dress myself. And thus, the Rag Princess and the girl in the rag dress became play pals. Wait, so did she, like, make someone else wear her...
There was 2 rag people?
I think she made herself... I think she made a doll rag person. I think she made a person.
Someone's in here running... I think she's gonna make us wear the dress so that we can be friends forever.
See, I knew that was Amanda.
Because then neither of us can ever go to a high-class ball. We don't have this silver slipper.
So we're gonna hold each other
Glass
back
slipper.
together.
Yeah. It's like Parasite. Projection of class solidarity. Drag each other down.
While clawing to the top.
But then no one wins.
We'll all drown together. Gosh.
The point.
She can't even form words. Oh, she's so mad. Who's under the rag over there? Oh, she don't want to talk to us. She hates us right now.
Can't touch. I think she's trying to hide what she's sewing until we go away.
Well, I think she's also pissed off at us because we put a rat stick in her face. I guess the last interaction we've had with her.
She said we didn't have to hold back. I honored the deal. Pray I do not honor it further.
Oh gosh.
She didn't even react to me going into her shit.
Yeah, she got mad at us last time.
Yeah, but now she's hiding her other shames. Roscoe, don't stay with the rag lady. She'll sew you into a bear.
You don't suspect me of stealing it, do you? I know who really took Joshua the bear. It's, Wendy. She's always sick in bed. It's got to be her.
That's how. Why is the top candidate the person that doesn't get up?
So Wendy is the girl in the place that she is the nice girl.
Well, yeah,
here,
we just saw
like
her in the
I thought.
flashback or
I know,
whatever that was.
But I wasn't like absolutely positive that was her.
Can't track that.
I feel
Sharp
bad.
as a weapon.
Every time I give these kids voices, I don't remember how I voiced them, so I just voice
Yeah.
them like a small British child every time, and it's just slightly different. There's no consistency, so I apologize.
I never even looked at this. I can't use it here? The map of the house we were just in. Oh, look. Not a very good map. It's mostly a road with an
Yeah,
appendicitis.
you should just make the house like that should be the majority of this picture. You should include the road.
It's less a drawing of a house and more of a diagram to explain what an appendix is. Greg's map of the house. There are drawings of sweets all over it.
You know that the appendix actually isn't a vestigial organ and actually has a purpose, and we found this out not even that long ago. Although getting it removed doesn't hurt you, like you can still live without it, but its purpose is to actually be like a safe haven for really good bacteria. So that way if you have like a vomiting fit or you have like really bad diarrhea, your body can replenish itself because there's a little pocket that won't be affected as like your body flushes itself out, which is why it's on the side.
The gluttonous prince said.
The stick I was playing knight with broke in half. I wonder where I can find a good stick around here. Shove it up my ass.
What was this pose? The sloppy prince said.
This thing's trying to give us a deal on a used car.
My sword broke while we were playing knights in shining armor. You don't have a nice stick we can use, do you?
I love these little boys. They're so simple. They don't want to torture us. They really just want
All
to
they
do
do
dumb
is
shit.
scratch themselves and have bad posture.
Yep, and they just want to like fucking.
I mean, they took
hurt
part
each other.
in the bug bag.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, who wouldn't?
Oh no, Stephanie.
I mean, everyone's doing it, Keith. Gosh.
Yeah,
That makes it fine, right?
Shirley Jackson's lottery.
Exactly. It is just
come
like
here,
that.
little boys. You don't want to be seen without a stone, or you'll be the next one to receive one. I don't know where I'm going because I have nothing to track. What is this? I don't know what this is. Whoa, that's
This is the first time we've
terrifying.
actually felt like we're on an airship.
I would never do that. Oh God.
Well, you know, it's funny because Jennifer has been such a little wuss about everything so far, but she did that really scary thing without even us
Yeah.
thinking about it. Just did it. Good job, Jennifer. It's some gumption that takes. Because boy, that's really fucking scary to do.
I don't know where this is.
Wow, the wind you must feel when doing this would probably just blow you right off
Yeah,
there.
that's terrifying. Fuck that. Roscoe's just hanging out. Fuck that.
I don't have thumbs.
Yeah.
I ain't doing that shit.
Nope, the other door closed behind me, or when I tried to open it. I don't think I've ever tried this door or it didn't work before. Who knows?
All things are possible.
So they want a stick. Somebody else wants a bear. And,
If
I don't know where I'm going.
I feel like there's a saying like that. Like, if wants and butts were candies and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas or something. It's like if wants and wishes were fishes, something.
Gross.
What did you pick up?
I found a lollipop in the filth room.
It's
This is
filth
the
flavored.
Filth lollipop. Just pop it in, child.
Ew, don't ever say that again.
Bum 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 bum.
You know, you're already, well, yeah, never mind. In the story, it was like, oh, if you make yourself like an ash gray dress, you'll be able to go to the ball.
What the fuck?
She could have just made a gray dress, like the one that Jennifer's
It's like
currently
somebody's
wearing.
caught in a spider web, but the spider web's made of just rope.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
That's really creepy looking.
It's like a wasp's nest of rope.
Oh, the livestock room. I think I found her. Alright, look at me go. Shit. It's the wrong livestock room.
Yeah, you want the one with the
This
cows?
one's just full of chickies.
Dude, that makes me sad.
Apparently this game was accused of being a ripoff because only 1 year before it, there was another survival horror game where you're playing as a girl with a dog the entire game.
I mean,
Which is that's a coincidence.
that is a weird coincidence. Especially, I mean, but granted, I feel like,
All I know is I only ever hear about this one.
yeah. I mean, I feel like putting a dog with your main character isn't uncommon, and obviously if you're gonna be a character, you're gonna be either a boy or a girl. I feel like in horrors, you have girls more often.
Yeah.
I like that Yarazad like video on like how horror movies are empowering to women because it's the only genre of movies where women have like starred in more
This
often
is fresh
than
in
not.
my memory because I mentioned this during my Eternal Darkness playthrough last Halloween, and someone just went off on me like this week for over talking about that. They were so mad.
Why?
Because if you even slightly bring up any topics related to like representation or anything like that,
Oh, yeah, I guess
there's just a part of the internet that just they see red and their brain shuts down and they just flip out. And they're really embarrassing.
You cannot
people.
tell me, like, good luck trying to convince anyone that there are not more horror movies where you cannot tell me that there aren't more horror movies with female protagonists. And initially, that was because they were like going to be the people in more danger, unfortunately,
They're so vulnerable.
because they're more vulnerable.
Poor women. What are they gonna
But
do?
if people decide to flip the script with a horror movie and you just so happen to have a female protagonist, then you're going to have a really badass female protagonist that ends up surviving and being the survivor girl that like a lot of the movies end up having.
Where is this?
And that's like, so you end up inadvertently creating a bunch of badass female characters. And you can't, I don't know how you can argue against that.
Who's
It's
leaving
literally what
pie on
happens.
the floor?
People who don't use plates.
It's a map used for navigation in a very polygonal magnifying glass. There's a course plotted from England to India. That's gonna take a while. Are we going there for the partition? This is a speaking tube. Nothing can be heard from it.
It is only
It's
a
not a
speaking
listening
tube. It's
tube,
not a
dummy.
Duh. That's why it's called a speaking tube.
It's a faded map on the wall. It's hard to read, but there seems to be some alignment marking a course. When was the partition?
I don't know what you're talking
Probably
about.
wasn't the 30s. There's a large lever.
I'm not very good with world history.
It's too
to
hard
be
to move it.
honest.
I don't know. I'm bad at dates, especially.
No,
But as part of the, was it Pakistan and India? It's one of the many times where the English fucked up the world by just drawing lines arbitrarily in the various parts of the world that they shouldn't have been fucking with in the first place. And a lot of them are like things that are just still problems today.
Yeah. I'm always like hesitant.
I think it was like the creation of a border or something.
It's one of those things where it's like it perpetuates itself because I'm like hesitant because there are people who know a lot about these things, and so
Yeah.
I will talk if I mention something to one of them, like it's very possible I will get it wrong, and so you just avoid talking about those things, and in turn you end up not learning any of these things.
We're also just
because
we're just like eternally like depressingly ignorant about everything. Like it's so hard because no one's gonna teach us these things on a whim because it mostly just makes the people like our people look bad.
No, there's
So
like
it's like we have a whole generation right now that's learning about the partition from Doctor Who and the Tulsa Massacre from The Watchmen. That's the world we're in.
I was just learning about things that happened during World War II, and like this thing called Operation Mincemeat, which was really fantastic, in which like Winston Churchill and a fucking fiction writer that inspired James Bond like created an idea where they're going to drop like a corpse from a plane and plant it with fake information that will lead the Nazis to end up in the wrong place, and then they could take them by surprise. Like it was like this really, really great plan.
Yeah.
Where they dropped a guy and they planted him with all this fake information and like pictures from his like fake wife, and like they made him look really legit, and they dropped him in this place and had him get picked up like by a Nazi like on accident, where they like they read the letter and they were like, oh, they're gonna be here on this day,
And they just kept making up fake intel.
yeah, exactly. They kept making up fake intel, and that's exactly what this whole thing was. But like, I thought that was funny because it was a great story, and I was like, no, you never hear about that in our world history, even though it's basically like it's like the coolest thing since the Trojan horse. But then also like about how the Russians basically had a much bigger hand in ending or like taking out the Nazis than America did, because you hear about World War II and you just hear about America's role in it.
The many. There's like a whole lineage of so many armies over the course of just generations that just kept having their entire conquest end when they tried to go to Russia.
Well, yeah, well,
They
that's
just get wiped out by the winter.
like, yeah, because of this Operation Mincemeat, a lot of soldiers were diverted to this other cause, and then the soldiers in Russia just got obliterated by the Russians, also because like the Russians know how to live in their own land, and
Yeah.
most other people don't. And so like you
It's a
don't hear
problem.
about that because that makes us seem less like a we had a smaller stake in that than we are taught, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
No, there's we're taught a very us-centric version of
Everything.
Yeah, but especially like World War II in particular, there's like it's this thing where like a bunch of people were fighting and they were all losing, and then they made the mistake of attacking Hawaii, and then we came back and single-handedly won all of World War II because they woke the lion. But no, we revise everything constantly. Like you'll have people be like, you can't have black people in the cowboy game. That's anachronistic, and it's like in reality like. Most cowboys were black because it was a popular job for recently freed slaves, and that's like a significant percentage of what cowboys were.
Oh yeah, and a lot of
But-
Mexicans.
Yeah. But people believe, but because it's not taught in history books, and then all of media is made by like a lot of it's made by white people.
Yeah, in
like, so
Italy.
we have all these fucking so we have all these like Clint Eastwood movies and stuff where it's just a
in
bunch of-
Italy.
it's just all white people, and it's like, oh, that's what history is then. The movies I grew up watching, the things that are fake.
Well, and then what's even funnier is off of that is like people will watch things like that and like other cultures are inspired by American Western movies, and they'll branch off of that, and so you have like this whole like tree that's on like this ground of like a historical event that never happened.
Yeah.
So you got all these people that have their own iterations of like the cowboy theme, but in reality, like they're all based on a cowboy theme that wasn't the reality anyway. So it's like
Yeah.
we all have this really weird like take
it's all
on this.
mythologization.
Yeah.
Think about that the next time some YouTuber tries to tell you about the fall of Rome or some shit. It's probably all things that they made up to reinforce their false idea of how the world should work. Yay.
Someone's-
You see radio equipment.
We're the worst.
It seems to be in use.
People are like, what
By
the
who?
fuck? You guys, aren't you like playing a video game when you're just
Yeah.
talking about politics?
No, we just it's that guy. This is punishment specifically for that guy. Oh yeah, here's like a twice as long digression about the same topic again.
Yeah, sorry guys. See, like I said.
No.
Well, I mean, sorry,
no,
not
no,
sorry. But,
fuck that guy.
well, I mean, like, sorry for making everyone listen to us just chatter.
This
Yeah.
YouTuber sure likes to hear the sound of his own voice.
And the sound of the female voice that he puts in that he also does himself because Stephanie doesn't exist.
It's just me and me and me.
You all
all of my
thought,
shows are just me, my degrading mental health.
well, y'all thought that Keith was really good at voices. Turns out he's much better at voices than you
Yeah,
thought.
I have to fake being bad at voices so you can tell it's me. I don't know where I'm going, Stephanie. Where do I go?
Oh, in here.
Wow, we're going heavy into the weird rope shit.
Ooh, Shibari
This
up
is
in
like
here.
the weird rope chapter. Does the map have any actual details on it? I haven't looked at
If
it
there's
for a while.
if she gets tied up, I'm gonna put that on the fetish list for this game because I'm telling you, it's just it's never ending.
Yeah, look how long this is.
What kind of fucking airship is this?
Look at the flying fish in the sky. And there's a little whale.
Dude, I love those little whales they
It's
put
a
on
whale.
old maps, like the ones that make no sense. I love
Cargo,
those.
parts, turbine crew, corridor, wheelhouse, smoking generator, kitchen. Where do you keep the livestock? Where do you keep the livestock?
I mean, I don't really think an airship should have an
Where's
livestock.
where's the filth room? Where's the I need to know the names of places that I need to
okay,
find.
but the thing is, Keith, is we don't necessarily know that that's where she is, right? I mean, do we not have anything?
It's all I have to go on is maybe if I find the pig room.
We don't have
she's
anything that
there.
can smell like that?
No. I have no idea what to do right now.
We don't have anything...
All we mostly just have food items again.
Yeah.
And lollipops. And yeah, the rag princess is the only thing from this chapter so far, and you can't use it to find.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do.
Rainbows and lollipops and something. When we're together.
There you go, that's the
Shiny as a lucky
Find more
penny
scones.
when you're near me. Something new. This song's awesome.
Got all the words. You did it.
No, I don't. I skipped so many.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, you're being sarcastic.
Yeah.
I see.
Well, that's not working out. Roscoe, you failed me. You know, this is easily the worst part of this game, is that the environments are too big, and if they don't do any of the like Metroidvania stuff where you like are unlocking the environment slowly and like, oh wow, I got the red key card, now I can check out that part, and like the objectives aren't like naturally laid out over the course of those areas. It's just a fucking endless psycho place. Frozen meat is hanging. And you're like, I'm still seeing places for the first time somehow, but they're also not where I'm supposed to go. This place is so fucking gargantuan.
Dude, I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I love, and I know it's cheap, and I know people probably would hate this, but I love when you have the ability to, like, see where you're supposed to go. Like, vans. It's like one of the only things I liked about Fallout 4 was vans. That little, like, the thing you can get that lets you, like, it leads a trail to where you're supposed to go. Or vans. Like, it was like something, it was an acronym for something. But it was a...
You mean like VATS?
No, not VATS. It was
Yeah, I've never heard of vans.
No, in Fallout 4, one of the perks you could get is vans. And it's something about... It's a navigational system. Something navigational system.
I mean, the game always had a compass that just pointed at your
No,
objectives.
but this one is a thing you like, it creates a line of smoke on the
Roscoe's
ground.
so bugged out.
So if you're in a vault, you just follow the line of smoke. You just set your objective to whatever it is, and it will lead you there.
Weird.
I saw that, and it was like one of the first things I got, because I was
Shit, I'm
like,
back
I get
there
lost
again.
in vaults all the fucking time. And then I think in Dead Space, that was the other one that had that, where like Isaac has like a little a line on the ground,
I
and
exploited
like
the
that.
crap out of it all the time because I could press the button to say where to go, and then I could go the other way on purpose to get all the stuff.
Yeah, you know,
I was
you
trying
know what?
I was trying to clear out the environment.
I did too.
This rope's still here to stop us from going to Cloverfield. But like, I could use a lot more ropes, honestly, to cut off a lot more of this environment. 'Cause... Oh my god, these ropes are out of control. This is the kid's room where he's playing with his train or whatever. 20th of December, 1930, a tragic multiple homicide has occurred at an orphanage in Coddington, resulting in the deaths of all the children housed there.
Oh.
Among the dead was one adult, Gregory M. Wilson, a local resident. Analysis of the crime scene suggests that Wilson shot himself with a pistol. Police have identified him as the prime suspect in the murders of the children. Well.
Huh. Yeah, so we're all dead, right?
Can I track this article? I didn't pick it up.
Yeah, I think it's just something.
Yeah, I think we all got murdered by Mr. Wilson in that place.
Well, I mean, he did have a gun to his head when we saw him.
And then he killed himself. So that just blows the whole thing wide open, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. It also explains we're on a fucking airship instead of the orphanage.
So much rope.
Also explains why nothing else makes sense.
Is the rope somehow supposed to be a clue to follow? I can't tell.
I would think so.
There's just a lot of rope.
I mean, I don't think they'd bother putting ropes in places that weren't, like, a part of your, like, what you're supposed to do this level, because it's obviously, like, a theme they're going for. I would just keep following areas that had ropes in them. Because there's no reason for them to decorate rooms that don't apply to this chapter.
New girl. Get to sleep here, bitch.
I don't know what to do. This game just lets you wild on this giant place. And I want to see the next wacky cutscene. Wacky, fun misadventures. I'm back at Cloverfield.
Back at Clover. Why do you keep calling it Cloverfield again?
Because it is Cloverfield.
Oh yes.
Like chapter 2 or 3.
Yes, I see. I forgot.
There's an arrow pointing up the stairs that says Cloverfield. In as many words.
I just thought as you know, like normal, you're just being cheeky.
I do that.
Where the fuck do I go? Ah!
Yep, sorry.
Roscoe! Port livestock room. Is this it? The map doesn't even tell you where things are. It's so... God damn it. Alright, where are you? Oh, that's blood. That's not good.
Should you fucking not even in here?
The walls are covered in shit, and this cage is broken by rope?
Yes.
The rope's strong. Gross.
Yeah, no one washes their hands in the
This one's
livestock room.
suspended like empty cages are stacked up. A heavy stench of animals fills the air.
I wonder why.
This thing's like levitating up there like the fucking... It's like the fridge from PT.
It reminds me of
Because she got fridged, get it?
ha ha ha.
Animal feed scattered everywhere, rotting away.
It reminds me of, like, I don't know if it's still there because I haven't been to Disneyland in a long time, but in Toontown they did a lot of visual gags. Pig's busy eating, it reeks badly. Poor pig. Mary and Sally the goats. Bad. But yeah, they have a lot of visual gags around Toontown, especially things like regarding. It's supposed to be cartoony, so you have things like a safe that will be suspended above you in the walkway.
Gonna get you.
From rope.
You're gonna suffer a wacky, cartoony death.
Yeah, and they have like a dumbbell on the ground that has cracked the cement, like it fell from a crate in the sky. And if you try to pick it up, the handle's made of rubber, so you can like just stand there and pull the rubber up for a good picture, because it looks like you have like a weight that you can't lift like in a cartoon. It's just, I don't know. It's like very special. I don't know if it exists there anymore. Like that whole area. I don't
Does not handle the spot well at all.
No.
Nope. Nothing special here. Yeah, story of my fucking life.
There's nothing special anywhere.
See you guys next time when we fucking find something.
Yeah, sorry, dudes.
Jeez.